You know how some brands just feel different? They seem to land heavier, command more respect, have real influence. But what if a lot of that is just noise? It turns out there's a huge difference between a brand that's truly heavy and one that's just loud. And we're going to break that down.
So this is the big question, right? Is your brand actually heavy, or is it just making a lot of noise? The answer to this could totally flip how you think about building something that lasts. And to figure it out, we're going to borrow an idea from a pretty unexpected place. Believe it or not, our journey starts in a high school physics class. Yeah, I know. But it turns out the difference between mass and weight isn't just some boring textbook definition. It's actually the perfect way to understand what makes a brand stick.
Okay, let's get this crystal clear. Mass is the actual stuff you're made of. It's your substance, it's inside you, and it doesn't change. Weight? That's totally different. It's the force of gravity pulling on all that stuff. Think about it. An astronaut has the exact same mass on Earth as they do on the moon, but their weight? It's way, way different. One is who you are, the other is just the context you're in.
And this whole relationship boils down to one super simple formula. Your weight is just your mass multiplied by whatever gravity is around you. Seriously, lock this formula in your head, because it is the absolute key to understanding how brand influence really works.
All right, so let's leave the physics lab behind and step into the marketplace. We're going to take that exact same formula and apply it to the world of brands. And this right here is where things get really interesting. So first up, brand mass. What is it? It's the real you. It's the substance of your brand, your purpose, your values, your story, when all the marketing gets turned off. It's what you're really made of when nobody's watching. It's your integrity. So how do you build this stuff? Well, it's not about quick tricks or going viral. It's the slow, steady work of figuring out your purpose, making sure your product actually delivers on its promise, and doing it over and over again until you've earned real trust. Mass isn't built in a day, it compounds over time.
You can feel this with certain brands, can't you? Apple has mass. It's not just about their ads, it's about a core belief in design and innovation. Patagonia has mass that's built on a rock-solid foundation of activism. Even a restaurant like Nando's has mass, rooted in a unique cultural story. For them, marketing just amplifies the purpose that's already there.
Okay, so if mass is your substance, then brand weight is your impact. It's how heavy you feel out in the world. It's the attention you get, the influence you have, and how much of the conversation you actually own.
And what determines that weight? Market gravity. This is the invisible force field all around you. It's the culture, the timing, the competition. Is what you're doing relevant right now? Are you tapping into a trend? This is the G from our physics formula.
Which brings us right back here to the full brand gravity equation. Your perceived influence, your brand weight, is simply your brand mass multiplied by the market gravity you're in. And here's the kicker. You can have incredible substance, a ton of mass, but if you're in a zero-gravity environment where nobody cares, your brand's going to feel completely weightless.
This little chart shows exactly how it all plays out. Up in the top right, that's the sweet spot. A brand like Nando's with high mass and a high-gravity environment of cultural relevance. They're a giant. But look at the bottom right, that viral TikTok brand. It feels huge because the gravity of a trend is pulling on it, but with low mass, it's a flash in the pan. Now, over on the left, in low gravity, a legacy brand with tons of mass can feel totally invisible because its marketing is outdated. And the bottom left, that's the dead zone. A generic store with no story and no relevance. It's just digital dust.
Okay, enough theory. How do you actually put this to work? Let's switch gears and get into the playbook. This is how you can intentionally build both the mass and the gravity for your brand.
Want to increase your mass? You've got to do the deep work. It means writing down your purpose, making sure your product and your promise are one and the same, and building a story that people feel like they can be a part of. It's all about trust and consistency. Remember, mass doesn't trend, it compounds.
And increasing gravity? That's a different game. It means looking outward. You got to be smart. You find the energy, you jump into the right cultural conversations, you team up with other brands, and you ride the wave of what's happening now. Gravity doesn't ask for permission, it just pulls. And all of this leads to one final, incredibly powerful idea. It's basically a fundamental law of the universe that, it turns out,
also runs the world of branding.
It's really that simple. The more real substance you build, the more mass you have, the more you naturally start to pull things into your orbit. We're talking about talent, loyal customers, partners, opportunities. Building mass isn't just about being solid. It's about creating your own gravity.
So, I'll leave you with a challenge. The next time you feel like your brand isn't getting the traction it should, stop asking how to get more followers or make more noise. Instead, ask two much better questions. Do we have real, tangible mass? And are we playing in the right gravitational field? Answering those two questions honestly, that could change everything.